turnovers, 18 points off turnovers. I think you guys had 8 steals. Did that set the tone for it?
For sure. The defensive activity, and I think it was the most connected we've been. The most communication, I think, that we heard from the bench. Just guys navigating action, screens, things that were happening on the court that really, it has to take those 5 guys on the court to figure out. I thought tonight they were absolutely tremendous.
This first 3-game winning streak since March of last year, what do you think has been the common theme in this span right now with the 3 wins? That you guys are moving the ball well, getting efficient shots. Is there a common theme, you think?
I think just what you said. I mean, the defense and then moving the ball and playing together, but the consistency of it is probably 3 of our best stretches of playing, as consistent as we can for the more of the 48 than, the other team or what we're trying to do. And I think that's where the guys get the credit for that. It's tough. The NBA game's long, and to be able to string together consistency among 48 minutes is the standard that we're just in ever pursuit of, and I think they've done a really good job recently of executing that.
You mentioned before the game that, you no matter what point of the season who's out, they're going to be held to a certain standard. They're certainly doing that even without Wemby and Fox.
Yeah, I mean, it's this league doesn't care who's in the lineup or who's available or what the record is, and I think we have some guys that are impacting winning or learning what it takes to impact winning. And again, that will be valuable from now until forever. So as long as we can bottle that up, grow in that regard, and be more consistent with it, good things will come with that.
Coach, Bismack beyond ball almost he had almost a double today, but in terms of the locker room of the voice of a veteran, what is the value that a guy like that brings, especially like in a season with so much adversity?
There's no way to get experience without experience, right? So we have a lot of guys on our team that are looking to take the next step in their individual careers and as a team, and they have not been to the playoffs. They're part of late season winning, competing for seeding or whatnot, or they're learning how to play the right way when there hasn't been as much success. And someone like Bismack is an adult and just knows what it takes and how to approach every single day. And so he, along with Harrison and Chris, have been invaluable in that regard.
Another good night from Devin.
Yeah, it's funny. We went through that stretch where there were a lot of alarms and concerns that maybe he had lost his powers, and now he's making shot after shot, but he's also impacting winning and doing a lot of the things that don't show up on the box score, and shifting on defense, tipping rebounds out, deflections. His rotations have been sharp. His closeouts have been more consistent. It's really fun to see these guys improve and to be able to get rewarded with it at times. And he's the guy right now who's getting a little bit of all of it, and he deserves it.
Back to that first quarter, I think Blake had 2 of those steals, so he just continues to make that defensive impact.
Yeah, the guys off the bench have really bought into it. Like Keldon couldn't make a shot tonight, and he was terrific. And I think when you have individuals in a collective group buy into that type of basketball, everybody feels like they're participating. Everybody wants to make the shot. But when you have that type of team success and that type of connectivity, even when you don't make the shots, you feel like you're participating and adding to the group, and it's a really fun thing to be a part of.
Good. Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you.
You guys have won 3 in a row for the first time since March of last year. I think you've won 4 or 5 of the last 7 or so. What has been the common thread, do you think?
I think it's just been the defensive end of the floor, honestly. Just going out there and playing hard, being active, deflections, steals, whatever it may be, just being on that strength and helping us.
Along those lines, 8 steals in the first quarter. I think Blake had 2 of them.
Yeah.
What are you seeing from him defensively?
That's his thing. That's where he tips his hat when it comes to basketball. He's a defensive monster. No matter how the game is going for him, whether he plays 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 30 minutes, he's going to go on the end of the floor. He's going to speed you up. He's going to play hard. So yeah, he's been doing really good with that stuff.
What was working for you tonight?
Just shooting it. Just confidence. My teammates found me. I think that's the biggest thing. Saw a couple going early, and just you get rolling.
Julian, can you speak to the next man up mentality this team's had the past few weeks and how it's just kind of brought us to this point?
Yeah, I think it's been great, honestly and truly. That's a part of this profession, is just being professional and just not knowing when your name's gonna get called, and when it does get called, going out there and being ready to play. And I feel like guys have come out and done just that. Sandro, Blake, even the guys at the end of the game, Malachi, Jordan, everybody, Biz, everybody. So I think it's a big part of what we have going on right now, and hopefully we just keep the same thing going.
Is this the best all-around basketball you've seen from Dev?
Yeah, today might have been his best game I've watched him play. Not even just because he was scoring like that, but the attention to detail, defensively he was locked in. Yeah, it was just one of those days for us.
In a season with so much adversity, with so many important absences, what are the most important things that are you learning as a group?
Just be ready, honestly. I feel like that's kind of how it goes when it comes with people being absent and stuff like that. So just being ready, taking my shots when I can get them. I think everybody's doing kind of the same thing. We're all on the same page and just going in there playing hard, playing for each other. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Thank you guys.
You haven't had too many games like that this year. We just don't seem to have legs or energy. Any theories?
Yeah, there is always the saying when you go on the West Coast, and come back from long road trip, first that home game. I was thinking, should we just do walk through today and not do anything yesterday, or bring guys to the gym and do a little bit of just to get them moving. I thought that we had a good day practice-wise yesterday, but today we didn't have any energy. We were so slow. Start of the game, they were dictating everything offensively and defensively. RJ coming back after missing 7 days. First game for Jacoby after missing some time as well. Those guys finding some rhythm. We did not play good enough tonight. We need to be much better, and I expect us to be much better tomorrow.
You had talked earlier in the year about young players learning the NBA. Is this a kind of a learning experience for them?
It is, and it's learning experience, and it's unfortunately a lot of times in basketball and life, lessons that you learn are coming from tough times, and that was tonight. They need to learn what it looks like to finish the season. That's 82 game season. What it looks like to, play on back-to-backs. What it looks like, all the trailing and everything. And the only way you learn that is you going through that. So we're gonna have a lot of good film from this game. We're gonna really focus on us tomorrow and hopefully bounce back.
How hard do you think it is for guys like Scotty and RJ, veterans, who know where they are and where the season is and where the team is, to summon their enthusiasm, their intensity, knowing the realities of where the season is?
You know what? We do get paid check on the 1st and 15th of the month, and that does not change. And every game, we can never take any game for granted. And when you talk about RJ and Scotty, I don't think that they took it for granted today. You saw them picking up full court and trying to guard in the fourth quarter as well. It's not easy. It's not easy where we at. It's not easy to finish that, but we gotta find a way. We gotta find motivation. We gotta find energy, and it comes from within. And so definitely a lot for us to learn, and we need to get better.
How have you seen Jamal grow as he's had more opportunities over the last little while?
Biggest thing for him over here in this stretch is getting opportunities to start some games, to play against starters in this league. And that's a completely different game than going against backups. I think that over the course of the season, he did a really good job as a backup point guard. But now getting out there and playing against such a greats like Chris Paul, there is so much to learn. How he's controlling the team, how he's communicating. For him to be on the court to experience all of that is really going to help him to get on the next level for him. Overall, I think he's doing a good job. He played a decent game tonight, and I think he has more to give as well.
I'm sure you guys have some of the numbers in-house, but as far as the on-ball stuff like pick and roll, isolation, you guys rank very low in the league as far as points per possession. And off-ball stuff, you guys have a lot of volume there. What have you made about the different players' attempts to be the guy who creates with the dribble and what needs to change for the team heading into the next year?
Obviously, we had a lot of injuries. Obviously, we had a lot of different lineups there. There are growing pains as well. For a stretch over almost like 2 months, we had very good defense. But product of that was us sticking with it, not trying to be fancy and change schemes night in, night out, but actually doubling down on our habits and what we need to do. And I think same thing applies for offense. Like our ball movement, the way we're playing pick and rolls, like actions are not gonna change. Pick and roll is pick and roll, but nuances of how we can get better at that, angles of screens, how to find open man, we have a lot of work to do in those areas, and that's going to be focus rest of the season, and definitely a lot of focus over the course of summer.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Scotty, you obviously reached a milestone tonight in terms of career rebounds, being over 2,000. How does that feel, knowing that in your relatively short career that you're already hitting marks like that?
I don't even know, to be honest. I'm just trying to play to win, no matter what. So everything that I do out there on the floor is specifically just trying to win, trying to do my best out there, trying to do anything that's possible.
You're the fastest player in Raptors team history to reach that mark, as well as over 1,000 assists. Again, like what does that mean to you to know that you're etching your name in the Raptors history books?
It's a great thing, but like I said, I'm just trying to go out there and win basketball games to the best of my abilities. I'm a player that likes to do everything, very unselfish, out there just trying to do everything it takes.
I want to ask about one of your rookies, Jacoby Walter, just how you've seen him grow, but he, wasn't playing for the last little while, he's injured, and then he comes in and just the impact that he had.
Jacoby's he's going to get his groove. He's an aggressive player. We want him to be able to go out there and play free, be able to attack. He's a great shooter. See him work every day, working on his game. He shoots lights out. So he's going to get his rhythm back. But he makes a huge impact to this team with the young guys that come out there on the floor and be ready to play and just help us be able to win. He's super important to what we're trying to do here. He's just going to keep growing and keep getting better. He's a dog when he's out there on the floor, no matter who it is. He's trying to pick up full court. He's guarding, trying to do whatever it takes.
When you talk about that rhythm, we look at Colin Castleton, who's in his second 10-day, just how he's, trying, they have such short time to make their impact, what you thought of how he's trying to integrate with the team.
Say that again?
Just how you've seen him try to get a rhythm with you guys in a short time.
I think he's a smart player. He's a smart, high IQ player. He likes to pass. He's unselfish. He's trying to do the right things. We put him in a tough position to go out there and play right away. But I think he's did a great job taking advantage of the opportunity of going out there and trying to play the best of his abilities, screening, rolling, shooting a floater, trying to help us on the defensive end, rebounding. He's been great crashing the boards, got offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. So he's doing his best.
Sorry, I have one more. Sorry, Scott. What was your message to your teammates as one of the locker room leaders after a loss like that?
Well, today they did a great job of just pressuring us, causing us to have turnovers. It wasn't shooting great to solve the first half. They came out there and punched us in the mouth. We got a game tomorrow, so that's the best thing about the NBA. We got another game tomorrow where we can go out there and try to prove ourselves again. But every time when we step on the court, we still try to have that mindset, no matter if we're winning or losing. Try to stick to our principles and try to stick to our identity. It's tough to have a loss like that, but when we're out the floor, we're playing for something much bigger than that.
Thank you. Thanks, Scotty.